Hello and welcome back to Golden Age Flicks, the channel where we dive deep into cinema's most enduring mysteries, crime tales and shadow-drenched classics. Today we're re-exploring a film that defined an entire genre, John Huston's 1941 masterpiece, The Maltese Falcon. A film of double crosses, razor-sharp dialogue and characters who inhabit the morally murky corners of San Francisco. By the time The Maltese Falcon hit cinema screens in 1941, Hollywood had flirted with detective stories before, but nothing quite like this one. This was the film that crystallized what we now call film noir, with its hard-boiled hero, shadowy cityscapes, and a plot so twisty you can lose track of who's conning whom. Adapted from Dashiell Hammett's novel, the film marked John Huston's extraordinary directorial debut. It also cemented Humphrey Bogart as a leading man, not just a gangster or a heavy, but a charismatic, complex figure who could carry a serious, dramatic thriller. Our story follows private detective Sam Spade, played by Bogart, in what many consider his defining role. Spade is hired by a mysterious woman calling herself Miss Wonderly to track down her missing sister. Within hours, Spade's partner, Miles Archer, is shot dead, and the story spirals into a labyrinth of lies, greed, and manipulation. Miss Wonderly reveals her true identity as Brigid O'Shaughnessy, played brilliantly by Mary Astor, who delivers a femme fatale performance of deceptive charm. She's one of several shady characters searching for the legendary Maltese Falcon, a priceless treasure said to have been stolen centuries ago. The plot evolves into a dangerous game between Spade and an unforgettable trio of villains. Joel Cairo, played by Peter Lorre with whimsical menace, Wilmer, the volatile young gunman, and Casper Gutman, or the Fat Man, portrayed by Sydney Greenstreet in his extraordinary screen debut. Everyone wants the Falcon, everyone is lying, and Sam Spade stands at the centre, trying to stay alive long enough to figure out who he can trust, if anyone. If the film is a landmark, Bogart is the cornerstone. His Sam Spade is tough, cynical, morally ambiguous, yet razor sharp. What makes Bogart's performance so compelling is the balance between cool detachment and simmering intensity. You can never quite tell what Spade is thinking or whose side he's on, and yet you trust that he's ahead of everyone in the room. Spade's final monologue, delivered with a controlled, almost weary conviction, is one of the great scenes of classic Hollywood. It distills the film's themes: justice, loyalty, self-preservation, and the loneliness of sticking to your own code. The supporting cast is a treasure trove of noir characterization. Mary Astor's Brigid is a marvel. Soft-spoken, wounded, and unpredictable, she shifts between vulnerability and cunning with such ease that you understand why Spade is drawn to her, even as he doubts every word she says. Peter Lorre brings his trademark offbeat charm to Joel Cairo, making him both amusing and unsettling. Meanwhile, Sydney Greenstreet's Gutman is a towering presence, smooth, polite, almost jovial, yet utterly ruthless. His scenes with Bogart crackle with tension and sly humour. These characters bounce off each other like pieces in a deadly chess match. Every face hides an agenda, and every scene is charged with mistrust. That sense of unpredictability is one of the film's enduring strengths. For a debut director, John Huston demonstrated remarkable confidence. His adaptation of Hammett's novel is remarkably faithful, preserving the book's snappy dialogue and labyrinthian plot. Visually, the film is stunning. Arthur Edison's cinematography creates a world of cigarette smoke, sharp angles and shadow-soaked interiors. You can see the early DNA of film noir in every frame. Venetian blinds slicing up the light, looming silhouettes and close-ups that trap characters in tense confrontations. The pacing is tight, the editing is crisp, and the film has that wonderful sense of forward momentum. Even when the plot becomes wildly complex, Huston trusts the audience to keep up, and that confidence pays off. At its heart, The Maltese Falcon is a story about greed and the price of desire. Every character is chasing the falcon, convinced it holds the key to wealth, power, or salvation. But in the end, the treasure itself becomes a symbol, an illusion of value that destroys those who pursue it too fervently. Spade's journey is a test of integrity in a world without it. He navigates betrayal from all sides, yet sticks to his own moral code, even when it costs him personally. That tension between self-interest and moral duty is one of the themes that makes the film timeless. The legacy of The Maltese Falcon is vast. It helped define the look and tone of noir. It established Bogart's persona. It showed that complex adult storytelling had a place in mainstream cinema. And it paved the way for decades of noir and neo-noir films, from Double Indemnity to Chinatown. 80 years later, the film remains gripping because it's so tightly constructed. There's no wasted moment, no throwaway line. Every conversation is a negotiation. Every glance hints at deceit. The dialogue is endlessly quotable, the characters unforgettable, and the mystery engaging, even if you know the twists. Modern audiences often praise its pace. It moves briskly with a rhythm that feels surprisingly contemporary. And Bogart's Spade, with his sharp mind and sharper tongue, remains one of cinema's great detectives, a character who shaped the archetype for generations to come. The Maltese Falcon is one of those rare films that feels both iconic and continuously fresh. It's a cornerstone of film noir, a showcase for a legendary cast, and a lesson in how to build tension through character rather than spectacle. If you've never seen it, or if it's been a few years since you have, I highly recommend revisiting this one. Pour yourself a drink, dim the lights, and let yourself be pulled into the smoky, shadowy laden world of Sam Spade, where trust is dangerous, motives are murky, and the truth is as elusive as the falcon itself. Thank you for tuning into Golden Age Flicks today. If you enjoyed today's episode, do like and subscribe, and tune in next time as we explore another classic from the shadows of cinema history. Until then, stay sharp, stay curious, and watch the skies and the shadows.